Okay, I found this assignment pretty interesting about the Challenger space shuttle, especially because last month I was at Cape Canaveral and I actually didn't learn what went wrong and I didn't understand the full picture. There was like a memorial for the astronauts and the pilots set up there, and it was kind of cool to like have some insight into their lives, and it's also really sad what happened. And I think it's even more sad that it could have been prevented. I think there was a lot of tension and pressure from a lot of people to launch the space shuttle, especially just with everything that was going on between Russia and the United States, and how this could have been a big success for America and Americans and the world, the free world. But NASA won. To me, it seems super simple. They could have just postponed the launch and waited until it was a little warmer, just until the afternoon. Just because it was a failure of the O-rings. They lost the elasticity, because of the cold weather, and they weren't able to properly seal. Honestly, I think Roger Boisjoli, I think he did what he was supposed to. I think it's pretty hard. You can only advise to so much, and then the superiors make the ultimate decision, and they weren't the only ones. He wasn't the only one that advised against it. The vice president of engineering and the vice president of something else, they all advised against it. So I think, he did what he was supposed to, and he backed it up, but they just looked at it as something very small and not likely to happen. And if it did, the likelihood of something serious happen wouldn't be that great. And I just think the future of engineering and professionalism, responsibilities in relation to both being loyal to management and protecting the public welfare. I think not being so much focused on, maybe developing a product or pushing a design out as soon as possible, especially if there's lives at stake, and to make sure that you get a second and third opinion, and not to just ignore the counsel of others, but just to actually look into it, because those brave men and women that died, their lives could have been prevented. Their deaths could have been prevented. So it's pretty sad. I think we just have a responsibility to make sure that we do our job properly, and that we're concerned about the safeties, and even if there is a slight chance for error, to make sure that that's solved, and that there's no chance of error if possible.